Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Virgo for the month of November 2021. The element is water. So, Scorpio, intense, emotional, deep diving. So all those issues that the other 11 months of the year we spend time avoiding because they're painful or they're just something we don't want to think about, somehow become very much the mainstay of the time of the month. So let's see. And there we have a Scorpio card, wouldn't you know it, the Six of Cups. So expect with the Six of Cups lots of so-called coincidences or people from the past returning or messaging you, contacting you, popping up out of nowhere, all that kind of past life energy, I call it, or it's called. So old connections for fair means or foul, Virgo. So let's see. So don't get drowned this month. So where you are right now, and we're coming out as the Queen of Wands. So she could be one of these people that pops up because she is indeed a real character. Then again, it could be just your energy this month being very sort of vocal, being creative, getting to say what you want to say rather than keeping quiet. Very creative as well. Queen of Wands, very much a fire sign person. A lot of action happening, especially around this woman for you. We'll see what she's doing here. So what's influenced this particular element to be in your story for the next 4 weeks? Feeling on the outer. Feeling left out on the cold. Now this is perhaps a good card to get, because you're in the midst of change with the Five of Coins, and it can, the Scorpio time can sometimes have that reverse effect where people just don't, they just want to be in their own little bubble. They don't particularly feel the need to be out with the crowd. They want to just stand back and observe. There's a big change going on with you as well when this card shows up, and it's just a card of standing on the outside looking in, and that energy will pervade over this next 4 weeks. We're in the 25th of October today, so I'm just saying don't be alarmed if you find yourself wanting to sort of have a bit of introspective time and not really feeling like being out there. But then again, this woman here could be somebody that you might have to, I don't know, somehow that might sort of stir up your emotions a bit, to sort of just tell them to BO or get out, that kind of thing. But we'll go on and see what the background is, what September and October look like for you. And Five of Swords, so perhaps to work, usually this is work or family sort of events, people, five people usually that are just people that you really need to give a wide berth to, especially Virgos, because they just like to get on with things. They don't like chit chat and gossip and people that stir up stuff. So yeah, perhaps you've spent a lot of the last 4 weeks avoiding but feeling that kind of energy around in the workplace or even with your family. Hence here, another 5 card, change. You just want to keep out because this lot has drained you. And we were in the element of air last month, so there it goes with itself. It can be quite very disturbing, but this is this energy of these people in particular. You don't spend a lot of time around them, so that's still a bit of a hangover there, Virgo, but never mind, just keep well away. Recent influence coming in though has been the Nine of Cups and the Wish card. So beautiful card for hope and just moving forward you're fine in your emotions. Actually, you're doing really well with your emotions, so it makes sense that you kind of want to keep away from anything negative or just too much. You know, Virgos are very earthy, grounded people. They don't like wishy-washy type. So nice card nevertheless for you to just go, yeah, well, look, you know, I'm fine, I'm here, I've got my stuff, I'm happy with my life, it's going on well. It's such a shame sometimes other human beings can really sort of rain on that parade. Okay, let's see the lesson you'll be learning. Yes, there it is, the Four of Swords. So we are spectating, not participating. We are taking a step back. We are very much in a meditative state in terms of this card tells you. Don't be getting involved in all of the argy-bargy that will be going on, has been going on. Just keep it, because a lot of people too, in the time of Scorpio, you'll find are a bit, you know, they're a bit unbalanced. They don't like the emotions that are coming up, so they tend to project onto others, and they don't really understand why they're feeling the way they are. However, I feel that you do, but you would be very wise just to keep on out. Just be like the Hermit, which is your card, the Virgo. This is the minor version of the Hermit. Just stand back and observe. Do not be embroiled in anything whatsoever, and you'll get through the month quite well. Near future, we have the Lovers. Ooh, Virgo. Interesting. So whether or not you're in a relationship, when this card comes along, it indicates that a big decision has to be made. Maybe I'm thinking often when it does appear in a set and in a future position, it can talk about that energy is coming your way. So whether or not you like that idea, it indeed is, it's there, it's coming towards you, so you're going to have to be ready for that. Absolutely. And it will be a big question and a big decision with the Lovers. It's about, okay, what do I want? Yeah, your wish card was there. Of course, sometimes we all wish, oh, you know, especially if you're not in a relationship, to be in one. But then again, are you ready for it? Big question coming up for you guys. And knowing Virgo too, they'll get the microscope out and go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. But that's just the way you are. Let's see, heavily linked to that is what's happening that you're not realising. So very much a link to the Lovers is this one. What you're not realising is, and there is this man, the King of Swords. Beware in a way with him. He's a charmer. He can talk the talk. He can sell sand to the Arabs, all that kind of stuff. But watch him though, because he's got this armour on, Virgo, and that armour is very telling about what's he protecting himself from. Who really is inside the armour? Because what you get on the outward or on the surface is not what's underneath. And Scorpio time is very good at sort of de-armorising people, especially people like that. So it will do you well to just, yeah, they'll talk and they'll tell you and they'll charm and all the rest of it, whatever it may be, work or relationships or something like that. But just be aware. Be very aware, and that's why the decision to be made is going to be this person that you're not realising, but therein we see what we need to sort of just be aware of. Interesting. Let's see how others see you. End of a family curse, end of a difficult time. Air signs as well. This is very much an air sign. If things have been difficult in your mind with, and you've got a few swords here telling you just to sit it out, sit it out. Don't be tempted in by the charm and the talk. Coming to an end of an era with this, so the 10 is indeed the end of that time, especially with those communicators, those people like him who will tell you everything you want to hear, and then you just think, oh, I don't know about you. But yeah, things becoming clearer for you with the outing of the Ten of Swords, the end of that period. So that's a good thing. So you're in a good space, so just be circumspect this next 4 weeks, Virgo. Now we're going to look at what you're feeling positive about in the time of Scorpio. And we have the Page of Pentacles, or coins. So building new things, watering it, nurturing it, new ideas, solid ideas, things that you can actually make happen, things that will work really well for you this month, projects to start. And we start with it, but we look after it. So, and this is a very positive card for you to have. So that would be a good time. It would be a good time this next 4 weeks to put energy into this. I know some of you, dear friend Bronwyn, has got a beautiful new little dog. Put all the energy into that, Bronwyn, for example. Okay, let's see how we end up at about the 21st of November. The outcome is the High Priestess. Ooh, very interesting. This card represents the Pisces people, so they are indeed the cousins of the Scorpio. So it is a very intense, intuitive time. So you're going to come out of this with a lot of intuition, a lot of very interesting things that work below the surface. Keep your own counsel. And once again, it could be a meeting of somebody, or there's something in the works that hasn't really materialized yet in terms of a soulmate or somebody that you just click with. Very, very, very interesting, Virgo. And Pisces is indeed your polar opposite sign, so obviously a lot of you will have some planets in Pisces as you being Virgo. So well, let's just have a look. Got a few seconds extra. We're just going to have a look at what's underneath this King of Swords for a start. And we can't go, and we'll look at what's underneath the Lovers, just underneath the surface. So underneath the surface of the near future of the Lovers, we have the Queen of Swords. Oh my God. So this may be you know, maybe you have been, she is the Widow Queen actually. So she chose to stay celibate and single. She's very sharp, very clear-minded. Quite interesting that you've got him there. So you're going to see through anything he might try to pull. If he in fact manifests himself, he might be somebody just contacting you through social media or something. But yeah, be sharp. It's very much to your advantage. And underneath the surface of the King of Swords, what's happening, you're not realizing, we have the World. So the end of an era, a time, the end of a cycle. So it's like, yes, you've come to the end of this cycle of maybe just being on your own, nobody there around, but now that it's coming to pass, the wheel's coming round to you to say, well, come on, what are you going to do next? What's the next cycle going to herald for you? Very, very interesting, Virgo. I hope you liked that. It was quite challenging, really, but I think it's good, especially in Scorpio time, because things just come out how they're meant to. It's the real truth serum, Scorpio. Okay, your message. Wisdom. Know well what leads you forward and what holds you back. Choose the path that leads to wisdom. As the Buddha taught, wisdom is the actual means by which we can purify ourselves. Just knowing this brings calmness and then faith, and eventually it brings truth to light. There you go. Thank you very much for listening, Virgo. Goodbye.